Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to continue our walkthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. Now I was going to start this from Firelink Shrine because we're heading back to the Undead Asylum today, but I forgot something very important, and that is that we picked up a Divine Ember. Ember items are special keys that you give to blacksmiths, and this Divine one happens to go to Andre here.
My, that's a rare ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I can produce divine weapons with a flame such as that.
In a spectacular troll, the game is like defaulting to no, but absolutely give him the Divine Ember. There's only good things that come from it.
Thanks for that. You've made a fine decision. You soon shall see.
This gives Andre the ability to modify our equipment, ascend it, and create divine weapons. So if you'll remember me explaining, divine modifiers are what causes the skeletons to no longer be able to respawn. Also, you'll find divine weapons do bonus damage to undead type enemies, which is great. So now that we've handed in that Divine Ember, I do recommend doing Butterfly for the Divine Ember to go to Catacombs, but you can do it whenever. But we've done it super early, so you're super organised. I'm going to just quickly upgrade my Black Knight sword here. We can get it to, we get it to +3, that is sweet! Because we picked up those Twinkling Titanites from the Crystal Lizards. I have enough souls for 2 levels here that I'm going to pop into Endurance. My Endurance is very low for a two-handed greatsword build, so I gotta get that up to about 20, I would say. So that's me sorted. Right, so from Andre's blacksmith, from Andre's bonfire, we're gonna head back to the Undead Parish and then through to Firelink Shrine. A nice cozy place, our safe hub that we haven't been to for a while. I've missed it, so we've got a couple of things that we need to do before we head back to today's area, today's boss. That crossbowman gave me a fright there. Got a little jump scare. Head into the little pulpit here and ride the elevator down. I'm just going to point out when we're on our way down, this elevator is actually how we get back to the Undead Asylum. As you will notice here, there's a bit of the roof that we can drop down to, and that is essentially how we get back to the Asylum. But more on that in a minute, because we have to just very quickly head down here to Firelink Shrine, bonfire. If you don't have 10 Estus, you may as well rest while we're here. I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case I heck up somehow in the Undead Asylum. And if we head down here to where Anastasia is, you will notice our friend Lautrec sitting here, pondering, staring at the Firekeeper. So Lautrec, yeah, those of you who know, you know, Lautrec is checking her out. She knows the power, he knows the power of a Firekeeper soul. Lautrec murders the Firekeeper, which spoils our lovely cozy Firelink Shrine, makes the bonfire unusable, and it's just a horrible time in general. So what we're gonna do to stop that happening is we're gonna kill him. Can't kill her if we kill him first. He kills her after you ring your second Bell of Awakening. So that is down in Blighttown, killing Chaos Witch Quelaag. Once you kill her, that triggers Lautrec, killing Anastasia, destroying the bonfire, which means you cannot rest here until you get her soul back. So it's game breaking, but in my opinion, it's something that it's like a rite of passage. It's something that you just have to go through on your first playthrough. It's just Dark Souls, isn't it? But I'm not planning on doing that for this walkthrough. This is, you know, I'm showing you the easiest way to beat this game, and we need that bonfire. We also need Lautrec's equipment. So the easiest way to take him down, because he does have sickles and he's, you know, they do bleed damage to you and they're just not very great. The easiest way to take him down is if you have mastered the kick attack, which I have not, is just to, honestly, to kick him. I'm going to trigger his... There we go. It's just to kick him off the edge. There we go. You'll get 1,000 souls. He has perished. We're gonna reload the game. This feels so wrong doing this on a walkthrough, man, but honestly, it's the way to do it. It's the easiest way to do it. Anastasia is fine. Lautrec is not fine. We get 5 humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection, which is a quality ring. So it's basically, I'm going to wear this for the whole game. It boosts your HP, stamina, equipment load, and it's just fantastic. So if you look at my HP now, and my stamina, and then look at it now, look, that's huge. That's huge. I wonder if, now that I have that ring, because it does boost equipment load, if I can fast roll. I can't. Okay, so I'm still going to keep Havel's ring just until we get a lighter armor set. I will show you that soon, because I do like that fast roll. I find having a fast roll often saves your life way more than having better armor anyway. So, we are going to return to the Undead Asylum with this nice new ring. To do that, head back to the lifts. And we're going to ride it up, but we're going to step off at that rooftop that I pointed out on our way down here. Just here. I find the right one easier to ride, but you can just, if you stick to the right-hand side here, you can... There you go. Okay, we're going to follow this round to the right. And on this jutting out cliff, we're going to just roll off the edge. Head up the staircase here. I'm going to make a stop just on this rooftop here. Roll off. Get this. This is a key. Undead Asylum floor to west key. Which is what's going to get us that rusted iron ring that I kept talking about in the previous episode. So you do unfortunately need to take the pain of just stepping off the lift there and then going back up it again. I'm going to quickly heal up. I wasn't, honestly, wasn't really counting on getting a Black Knight sword for this playthrough, but I'm so glad it did, because it's just really allowing me to very easily show you some strats if you do manage to get this sword. My plan was to go Dex Faith, actually. So once you get up here, we get to the nest, curl up like a ball, takes a minute or so. The crow will come and pick us up and take us to the Undead Asylum, which is where we're going to explore today. Yeah, my idea was to go Dex Faith, get the Great Scythe and Sunlight Blade, and just buff my scythe with lightning, and it was going to be, oh, it was going to be fantastic. But sometimes this game just, you know, it's the path that you start off on in the beginning is not always the one that you end up going down. And, yeah, you know, you just roll with it. This crow was the one that brought us here in the first place, so it makes sense that you could get her to take you back. Bearing in mind, the Undead Asylum has changed somewhat since we were last here. It's considerably more dangerous. They missed us, apparently, in our absence, and they all went insane. First up, there are some hollows here wielding torches, which should never be underestimated, because they have like a sort of frenzied kind of floody attack. That one. If every of those hits hits you, every one of those hits you, that's quite hard to say. That's you did. That's you done, mate, and you have to do that flippin' elevator shortcut again. So take them out. I think just because I am a cautious bean, I'm going to go through here and we're going to rest at the bonfire. Do not run straight through the middle of this room. The floor cracks and it takes you down to the Stray Demon, which is our boss fight for this area. So we go round the side. Just gonna get this guy. Okay. Yeah, stay away from the middle. I'm just gonna rest here. So we've got our checkpoint. It is really annoying dying to Stray Demon and then waking up in Firelink Shrine again and having to come back here. So just get that bonfire. Let's take care of these guys. We're actually heading back the way I came because I want to show you why I was so adamant that I needed the... Whoa, I forgot about these guys. Wow. Rachel, I got excited thinking about Twinkling Titanite. Ah, yes, rule number 1 of Dark Souls Don't panic. Rule number 1, don't panic. Rule number 2, if you've got a big sword, watch out for walls. Okay, that last one doesn't even want to... Okay. Sorry about that, not my finest moment. We got plenty of heals. Wait, who's that? Where did you come from? Where did you... Alright, okay, we're actually heading back up here. Where we... I first pointed out this guy when we first came through here, but if you can't remember, it's all good. But just over here, there's another nest. And it has... a crow living in this nest that doesn't seem to want to talk to me. I wonder if this still works even though it's not talked to me. You can use this nest to trade with the crow. He wants soft and fluffy things, so we're going to give them 1 blood red moss clump. So you drop that. Be very careful here you don't backstep off the edge. Drop it in the nest and then quit out the game, or you can run back to the bonfire, but quitting out is faster. And when you reload... Oh, there you go. Now I've got the...
You give me warm, give me soft.
So they want soft and warm things, so I gave them a nice soft moss, and they gave me back a twinkling titanite. Very, very good trade, I think. So you can only do one thing at a time, drop them, and then quit the game, and then reload it. There's always a version of these trading crows in the Souls games. They did improve it in the sequels and made it that you can drop a couple things at once, I'm sure. But for now, we're one at a time, nice and slow. 1 red, 1 purple, and 1 blooming. The blooming gives us 2 twinkling titanites. And in total, you get 4 twinkling titanites. Incredible if you have a Black Knight weapon, or if you're leveling up that Astora's straight sword, or any other weapon that uses twinkling titanite. That is a very easy way to get 4 of them, just by killing those Ents a few times. I've had playthroughs where I've really, really struggled to get one of the blooming ones because they're quite rare, but we got one really quickly. So, and we've still got a few to, you know, cover any mistakes that we may do in Blighttown. So that's great. Before we head down into the middle of this room and fight the stray demon, we're just gonna go this way. We're gonna head back to where our journey first began, if you recall. It's down here, down a ladder, and then down a corridor. Because someone else has taken up residence in our former prison. Down here. It's a Black Knight! Also, you can see in this room, that stray demon, that's who we're gonna go and fight. How cool is that? You can see him. Alright, so it's a Black Knight sword wielding Black Knight who is somewhat easy to parry in my humble opinion. You're going to find fishing for backstabs quite difficult in this narrow corridor. So I do recommend parrying him. Once again, Dark Souls 1 parry window is obscenely early. There we go. Oh, we got another sword. That's just annoying, that is. There's been playthroughs where I haven't gotten any and I've just gotten like 3. Anyway, this is where our journey first began. Look, and we saw heckin' Oscar through that window. Oh, it's good to be back. So, there is a peculiar doll on this corpse here. This is a key item, a strange doll with a strange dress. There was once an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely, painted world. So this doll is the key to accessing a later area where we will meet this cold, lonely place and this outcast little girl, which I think is very, very cool. You sort of pick it up not knowing what it is and then you find out later. Oh, Oscar! I wasn't expecting to see you here. This is not ideal for my walkthrough, sir. But yeah, I mean, if you wanna, sure. We can, sure, we can dance. At least the bonfire is right here if we fail. It's a good place to fight him, really. He's got very low poise, so you need to get a wolf ring, mate. So Oscar is wielding the Crest Shield, which is a shield that I would quite like. It's got really good magic block. And it's just really pretty in general. So if you take him down, I feel kind of bad about it. I'll show you where he's supposed to be, but for some reason he came down here. That's bizarre. Yes, Crest Shield from him. He's actually supposed to be where we first saw him, which was up here. The boulder that broke the wall. He died in here, and unfortunately that was his final death before he went hollow, meaning that he's now a wee bit insane, and that's why he attacked us. So you're meant to fight him sort of up here. This boulder returns, which is an ultimate troll, I think. Don't worry if you didn't unlock that gate down here. You can get here just by going through the Undead Asylum. I'm sure you remember. There's another Black Knight in this corridor. Is it this corridor? Down here. Around the corner. Yep, there he is. I don't know if I really recommend fighting him from this angle. In fact, we don't even really need to fight him. But there's one there. If you want a Black Knight weapon, you got another chance. It's another sword. Otherwise, there's nothing really of note in this corridor once you've gotten Oscar. Okay, I was gonna really throw hands if another one dropped there. Just because I'm a stickler for aesthetics, I'm just going to get rid of those arrows there. There we go. Okay, so you probably fought Oscar here. So with Oscar down, we're going to continue the same way we did before, up here. Remember where we first went through the fog gate to drop down onto the Asylum demon? That was a good dodge, sir. That was a really good dodge. Over here, look at our old tutorials telling us how to kick. I still don't know how to kick. Oh, there we go. It's tricky. Same amount of enemies up here, nothing else sort of scary up here. Why is that guy dead? Why is... Hello? That's very odd. Why is this guy dead? Who hurt you, sir? He should be alive. Yeah, look, I always think this looks very cool with the fog gate gone. Oh, memories. But we're instead going to go through here into this room that previously was unaccessible, but now that we picked up that key by dropping onto that roof on the Firelink Shrine, we can open this door. And then behind this door is the Rusted Iron Ring, a ring that I mentioned a few times when we were fighting the Hydra, as a ring that enables you to freely move through hindrance, so like water or sludge or poison swamp. So it's going to be very helpful in Blighttown, and it would have been helpful on Hydra. Fortunately, I was okay because I'm good at Vidya, but it's, yeah, I'd probably recommend picking this up before you go and try Hydra. Yeah, improves balance on poor footing. It's terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange ring to their liking will be pleased to find it easier to gain footing on poor ground, such as swamps. Very good advice. So we're gonna, we're just gonna make sure I don't... Ah, balls. That's fine. I didn't want to land in the middle there. I would absolutely recommend... Now, we've done everything of note here. It's time to head down to the Stray Demon fight. This is a fight... He's got a lot of health. He's not particularly difficult, and I will show you how to defeat him. But he has got a lot of health. But we have a very good weapon, so... Tit for tat. A couple more... one more point in endurance. I wonder if I have, like, 1,000 souls in my inventory that I can just quickly... Let's have a look. Oh, do not eat these! I told you this once. I'm gonna tell you again. Do not eat them. I probably should have handed that in. That's my bad. We'll do that next episode. Soul of a Lost. I'm gonna say 3? Oh, 600. Okay, another more. Another two more. Alright, perfect. So I've got enough for one more level. Just a tidy little... There we go. 14 endurance. Level 29 at this point, if that's relevant. Stray Demon, yeah, it's a long fight. And if you just employ one simple... Excuse me. If you just employ one simple tactic, it's not a particularly difficult fight, but it is long. So I would recommend kindling this bonfire so that you have 10 Estus flasks. Because of the drop initially, we will lose one right off the bat. So doing this whole fight with just 4 Estus especially when you're just learning it. It makes me cringe. I think just take the hit, use the 2 humanity, kindle that bonfire there. Make sure you kill these 2 hollows on this room before you go in. You don't need to worry about the torch ones, but you do need to kill the ones in this room, otherwise they drop down with you and they're just a pain in the bum. So once you get near the middle of this room, the ground will break and we will head down to Stray Demon. We're not going to heal right away. It can be tempting to heal right away, but he has a tendency to attack you right at the start. So what we're going to do is we're going to get safely behind his booty, and then after he has made an attack and we're sure it's safe, then we're going to heal. Okay? Okay, where is he? There he is. Okay, so I'd recommend just sort of getting eyes on him, heading to his tail. So he's gone with a magic attack, and we're safe as long as we head near his tail. So much like Asylum Demon, he has a butt drop attack. But added on to this, he has a couple of magic attacks. Oh, he's just doing the butt drop. Ideal. Butt drop does still have a large area of effect, so you want to back off from that. He's got a great big bladed halberd. There, as you can see, when he stabs it into the ground, it has a huge magic area of effect dome thing, so you do want to back off from that. And then once you back off and head back, you're free to get a hit in. It's up to you, depending on the speed of your weapon, whether you want to get 1 hit, 2. Just don't overdo it. This fight is a marathon, not a sprint. This cone does hit behind him, so bear in mind, although it's sort of in front of him, it does reach his tail, so you still need to back off. Basically, this fight is just getting him into a sequence where he's just doing this attack over and over, or he's doing the butt drop. You let him do it, you back off, you come back in, get a hit in, see what he does next, back off. Let it go off, go back in, get a hit. We're doing very, very good damage. This is a very good weapon. If you want to see me do this with a not so good weapon, I have recorded a separate video on Stray Demon. I think the fight takes me about 8 minutes or something. It's insane. Okay, he's going to go down. If you do hang out sort of like quite far in front of him and not near his bum, he will attack with his halberd, and those are the hardest attacks to dodge, and definitely do not be blocking those because that's folly. So just, yeah, as soon as you can, just get to his booty, hang near the booty, hug the booty, love the booty, attack the booty. We get 1 humanity, 20,000 souls, a homeward bone, and a titanite slab. Do not forget the slab. That will get you the final upgrade on your weapon to get it to its maximum potential, unless you are using, obviously, a Black Knight sword, because those use Twinkling Titanite, remember? So we head up this ladder here and can drop down into this hole, which is, again, it gives you another chance. It just goes, are you sure you don't want to visit the cell where you first, you know? We've already done that there. So that is the Undead Asylum. That was quite a short one, wasn't it? It's good. Don't worry, obviously. Stray Demon, it's, like I said, it's a marathon. The 10 Estus will help you. A fast roll will help you. You've got Havel's Ring, or the Ring of Favor and Protection. And also kindling, yeah, kindling that bonfire, for sure. Just to make up, just to allow for some mistakes. Once you're getting used to the sort of area of effect on that cone, or maybe if you get tangled in his legs or so, it's all good. Like, honestly, I make mistakes all the time. It's just knowing what he does and knowing, like, the sort of problem areas to look out for. We have to head back here the way we got here once again via the crow. We're done with Snuggly for now. We can always return there later. Actually, do you know what I'm just going to say? Something I do quite like to pick up, which I do recommend you get in, actually. You should have in your inventory 1 Twin Humanities. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't remember where we got it. But you should have it if you've been following the walkthrough. I want you to drop this Twin Humanities. Yes, I know it's very precious, but the thing that we get from it is more precious still. If you're looking for a very chilled out way, put it that way, to play through this game. Oh, you can see it's a ring. Look, you can see the icon. Perfect. This is the Ring of Sacrifice, rare Ring of Sacrifice. So the thing that makes this different from our regular, there we go, from our regular regular ring of sacrifice, rare ring, regular ring, is that this one nullifies curse. There will be a situation past the midpoint of the game where we will absolutely wear this ring because heck, dealing with curse, there's a high chance we will get cursed. So what I quite like to do just for a nice easy time is just pick up that rare ring of sacrifice just in case. Curse in this game is shocking. It's very stressful. It cuts your HP bar in half and it's just visually anxiety inducing. It's horrible. It does mean that you can attack the ghosts in New Londo Ruins, but you have like a piddly wee health bar and it just sucks. So, rare ring of sacrifice. We're back in Firelink Shrine. If you want to drop down here safely, you can do so just off this roof here. And then head down here. But, yeah, that was... We're getting... Frank's snoring. I forgot you got that. I mentioned in our second episode of this walkthrough when we were exploring Firelink Shrine that this area does change. You can kind of see there is a hole in the ground. And now we can hear a strange creature snoring under it, huh? So yeah, that's him. I've got a tiny amount of souls. Let's level up some endurance. So at this point, I'd quite like vitality and endurance to be both 20. If you're following this guide, I recommend that for you too. I recommend that for anyone, to be honest. No matter your build, 20 and 20 will get you through. Unless you're like a pure caster. Don't waste points on endurance if you're a caster, obviously. Right. Well, that was Return to the Asylum. We did Stray Demon ludicrously fast. Good. Sorry for the shorter episode today, but you know, I'll see you tomorrow. Guys, it's fine. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, we are going to head to the lower Undead Burg and start our journey towards the second Bell of Awakening. And we're going to go fight the Capra Demon, so that'll be fun. Once again, remember to subscribe for more walkthroughs like this, as well as tip videos on all types of Souls games. I'll see you in the next one.